Hi, welcome to Directors Take 5. Today we are here with Emily Ernst, director of Fiddler on the Roof. You ready for some questions?
So ready.
Awesome. Our first one is just a kind of easy one to get through.
Okay.
What is your personal favorite song from the musical?
I'm pretending like it's hard. It's so easy. To life. To life. It's to life. For a lot of reasons, because it's like this is such a the music in this is full of life in this musical, and there's also some Russian words in it, and it's about two cultures coming together in a really unexpected way, with total with verve and excitement and fear and everybody's had a little bit to drink, and it's like it's a tightrope moment that just goes. You know.
What is your routine when it comes to transcribing plays from like the words or script into real life?
I have no routine. It's different every time. It's totally different every time. It depends on the source material. It depends on whether it's a musical or a Shakespeare play or a modern play, a large cast, a small cast, in the U.S., in another country, with friends, with people I don't know. It is an experiment every time, and I wish I had known that sooner. I learn something from every production, and I think gain new tools for the toolbox.
Since the creative process for translating the plays or musicals is just different with every show, was there anything specific that you did with Fiddler?
Yes. Because this is a period piece, and it takes place in 1905, it's a really specific time. I took some liberties with asking people to do a little research. I came prepared with a lot. I came ready, and then I was like, how boring would it be if I'm like, next slide, like I'm not here. I mean, I am an educator, but we're here to work as a group. And I am not a director who thinks the director is the most important voice in the room. In fact, this is going to be controversial. I think it's one of the least important voices in the room. For me, I'm speaking for myself. There are auteur directors and people who have really clear aesthetics, and I one of the things I said on day one is that I think, I'm kind of quoting Anne Bogart here, that if we decide what it is beforehand, we'll make the play smaller than us.
Yeah.
Certainly, I mean, I think I can see a good idea or know a good idea when I see one, but so many people have had transformative ideas so far.
Yeah.
And instead of reading from a tome, we've kind of doled out questions like, what is blood libel? What is a pogrom? Who is Tsar Alexander? And what's his family like? Have you seen Anastasia?
Oh, absolutely.
So her dad that dies.
Yeah.
He is incredibly implicated in these pogroms. I mean, it's like a little. I mean, it's crazy. No one's a monolith, right? But the play is also, the musical is about challenging orthodoxy, women challenging orthodoxy, and how. And the mental agility and flexibility that is required of that in a very conservative community and insular community that is can't exist just anywhere.
What do you like about working with / directing college students?
Everything. Actually, sincerely. I work with a really wide range of ages, and this age is my favorite. Maybe because I can remember it. Like I was in college in 2000, and I stole that joke from Michael Chin. Hi, Michael. Um, I remember what it was like to be training and like just on the edge of starting to put technique into place. And that's everyone here. My experience is that everyone is off book, by the way. Teachers, take note of that. It's incredible. It's thrilling. We've been trying to get through all of Act 1 in like a week. We've done the music and a lot of choreography, and now we're putting it all together, and we are ahead of schedule. I can't believe I'm saying that was kind of loud. Sorry about the pain there, but it's just so inspiring, to work with really professionals, people who show up like peers and contribute a lot, who are excited about research and have questions about dramaturgy and movement and choreography and, oh, what if we do this, and can we try this, and which I love. I go home like buzzing, and it's good because I have a 45-minute drive back to Dallas.
Oh my gosh.
And it goes like that because it's so, each day is really, really, truly inspiring.
Well, I know that's also been super great. We've heard just amazing things about you from all of the cast members and crew. So it's just,
Thank you
we're really
for
happy
saying
that you are here to
Me
also
too.
direct.
Thank you.
Do you have any advice for anyone who's wanting to work just in the theater industry?
General advice?
Whatever you want. Like something that you learned that just really stuck with you.
One of my favorite quotes by one of my favorite authors who I've seen speak twice is Maya Angelou. And my dad took me to see her when I was in 3rd grade. And I've read everything she's written. And she says, all knowledge is spendable currency depending on the market. And in general, I think being curious about anything, anyone, anytime, any place is so useful in theater. Even if it's at a job that you're like, man, I really don't want to be here. Everyone has those, especially in your 20s, and I'm just getting to the place where I feel like a little more choosy, like you get to when you're close to from almost 40. And there's so many things that at the time were really challenging, are useful in the most surprising ways. Yeah, that's what I would say.
That's perfect.
Great. Great, yeah, tough it out. Even if you're like, you might even call on an experience in a scene later and go, oh, or you become a more empathetic person when you see somebody else in a situation that's difficult for you and you go, I know what that feels like.
What are 3 words that you would choose that you think describe Fiddler?
Modern, explosive. I'm going to explain every single one, but I'm just going to deliberately not do it. And prescient.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. We're so excited to see the show.
Thank you.
Make sure you get your tickets for Fiddler on the Roof, April 18th through 21st at 2 p.m. and 7:30.